Hello there. So excited to be here with you. Megan Tull here, entrepreneur success strategist, passion expert, and best-selling author of The Passion Belief Method, Own Your Value and Earn Your Worth in Business. And welcome to the Earn Your Worth Entrepreneur Expert Series. Question for you. Would you rather have an original painting of your favorite person in the world or a print of it or copy of it? Well, of course you'd want the original, right? But the problem is, when it comes to business, when it comes to owners of businesses, why do they often want to copy everybody else and be like everybody else? They see somebody who's successful, and they're like, I'm going to do exactly what they're doing because they're successful. I'm going to be who they're being. Well, guess what? That's the kiss of death for your business. So we're going to be talking about the power of being yourself today and how that will transform your business and shoot your results through the roof. So you want to really focus on what you're passionate about and what makes you unique. We talked about yesterday your unique value when we were talking about owning your value so you can earn your worth. So your unique value is unique to you, right? So what makes you unique? What makes you different? So you want to focus on that. And when you focus on what makes you different and unique, that is where the magic happens. That is when you will be able to deliver your brilliance and be able to shine. So when you build a business around your passion and your unique gift and your value, not only will you be super passionate about what you're doing and absolutely love it and be fulfilled in the work that you're doing and the message that you're sharing, and it's going to just kind of flow because it's part of who you are. But the best part of that is the people you are meant to work with will be extremely attracted to you. They will resonate with you and connect with you. So by being yourself, it's going to lead you to your ideal star clients, is what I like to call them, and who you're meant to serve. So I struggled with this for quite some time. Being a business coach and consultant, right? You always want to make sure people understand that you're qualified to coach them or mentor them in their business. So for a long time, I felt like I had to be this perfect businesswoman that always had it together, always had it figured out, and just kind of put on that persona. And I was afraid to really share the trials and tribulations, which were really part of who I am, right? So it took me a long time to be vulnerable and to share my story, to share the bad along with the good, right? Those down moments where financially I lost everything that I owned and all the ups and downs of the roller coaster ride. Sure, I had a lot of successes, but I had a lot of failures too. But when I realized that that was part of my journey, and actually through those so-called failures, right, those learning lessons, that is when I learned what I needed to do to get better. So they were pivotal moments in my life. And even when I lost my husband, that was something that I didn't share a lot with others, but being able to share that story of the loss and having to kind of regroup and refocus my priorities, which were, running myself ragged, working for an international company and managing a state, and really looking at, I'm a single parent now. My son's 2.5. I'm his only parent. Really have to figure things out and make sure I'm there for him. So that's when I decided to quit my job and start my first home-based business. So I decided that I was going to do that, but it was my why and why I wanted to do it that drove me towards my goals and allowed me to triple my income by the end of that first year in business. So, when I look at my journey, all of those challenges and struggles are part of that journey. And that's where I really learned the most. So, an example, when I first started getting more confident about sharing my full story and not just, getting up there and talking about all my accomplishments and then, sharing my message and then extending an invitation for a next step to work together. When I just really shared from the heart and shared more about who I was, I did this. I was at a networking event. I was asked to be the guest speaker, and I shared my story, and I shared about the struggles and challenges I faced when I lost my husband, and then going through a time where I was in unhealthy relationships and struggled in my business with my mindset, and really felt like I needed to do the things that everybody else was doing to be successful, instead of really going within and finding out how I can best serve others. So I shared my message. I shared my story with this group of entrepreneurs in the room. And I remember at the end of that presentation, I had a line of people coming to talk to me at the end. And many of them were like, "Thank you so much for sharing your story. I really resonated with what you said. I had a similar experience, whether it was, the loss of a loved one or going through some financial challenges or struggles." So that was such a huge learning moment for me, that people wanted me to show my raw, real, vulnerable side. They wanted me to get real with them. And um, that's how they felt like they can connect with me. And that's how they felt like they can trust me and come up and share their similar story. So I really believe when you are willing to be vulnerable, you are willing to be open and share who you are, whatever that is, whether it's your goofy self and you like to tell jokes or be goofy, or maybe you're very spiritual and connected with God and you want to talk about God sometimes, that's okay too. So the more real and genuine you can be, again, the more you're going to connect with your ideal target audience. It's such a beautiful thing that happens. So when you have other people that are out there rocking business in your industry, instead of following them and trying to be like them, look at them as an example of what's possible, right? Maybe they're doing some cool things and kind of take those strategies and implement them into your own business, but make it your own. So again, you don't want to copy anybody else. You want to maybe model what they're doing, but make it your own spin on it. Be yourself. So you want to make sure that you connect with your true self, with your unique value, your brilliance that we talked about yesterday. Now, sometimes you may have to brush off the cobwebs in order to get to the brilliance, but trust me, it is there. Just take some time sometimes to really get down into what that is for you. But really getting out there and sharing your story, being yourself, to allow you to connect with your audience, so then you can really get them listening first before you're willing to share your powerful message, so you can truly make the impact you are here to make in this world. So I'm going to challenge you to either write, if you're a writer, then you can write a blog. If you love video, you can do a Facebook Live. If you love to just speak, you want to be on video, you can do an audio or podcast. But I want you to share your story. Share a story about you so you can get comfortable talking about yourself. And I want you to share not all the good stuff and all the accomplishments, but share some of the challenges and the tribulations that you faced and what you learned from that and who you became on the other side of that. So that is what the goal is, and that's how you're going to truly be able to connect with the right people and be able to really start serving the people you're meant to serve. So if you found this video helpful today, please like it and share it and comment. But I'm excited to bring you our topic tomorrow. So tomorrow, for those of you who ever struggle with confidence, and of course we all do, right? So we're going to be talking about some very specific strategies, how you can overcome your fear of stepping out and really being able to be your confident, empowered self so you can get out there and change the world. So join me tomorrow, same time, same place. And until next time, be courageous, take inspired action, and share your gifts with the world. See you soon.